Hey everyone, welcome back. Today in the studio for lunch I made beef lo mein or beef chow mein. A whole bunch of different names for this depending on where you are. Super simple. Here's how I did it. I started out by making a quick marinade for the beef, and that's a combination of soy sauce, baking soda, hot pepper flakes, and ginger. Then I moved on to the steak, and I'm using flank steak today, but you could use skirt. Certainly you could use pretty much any beef that you want to. Just slice it really thin. Toss that into the marinade and make sure it's fully coated. And then I move on to the vegetables, and today I'm using carrots, and I just slice them really thinly into matchsticks. And then I sliced up some green onions. I put the white parts to one side and the green parts to another. And then I'm using some frozen asparagus today, so I just roughly chop that into thirds, bite-sized pieces. And then last but certainly not least for the mise en place is the sauce that you're going to put in at the end. That's just a combination of soy sauce, sesame oil, and a garlic chili sauce. Give that a stir together. And I almost forgot, somewhere in the middle there, I cooked the chow mein noodles, and you just cook that according to the package instructions. Drain them and keep them warm until you're ready to use them. Now, I heat up my wok, and I'm using a carbon steel wok, but of course I'm on an induction stove, which is not ideal for wok cooking. Into the wok goes some oil, and then about half of the beef, and you stir fry that until it's about 3/4 of the way cooked. Take that beef out, put it in a bowl, and put the last bit of beef in and cook that. Now, always in between cooking my meat, which has a heavy sauce on it, and cooking the vegetables, I clean out the inside of the wok. That's just because there'll be some residual sauce left in the wok that will burn, and you don't want that. In goes some more oil and the carrot sticks, and I just toss them around until they start to get a little bit browned on the outside. And then the rest of the vegetables go in. That's the onions, the asparagus. And I'm also throwing in a little bit of edamame today because I wanted a little extra green. Toss that around. If I was using all fresh vegetables, I'd put in a little bit of water to steam it slightly. But because both the edamame and the asparagus was frozen, there's enough water in there released really quickly that they'll steam. Back in goes the beef. Then the noodles. Then the sauce, and you give it a really good stir to mix it all together. And that's where you end up with this. Now, the flavor's outstanding. Jules and I spent 6 months in China, traveling by train all across China. And everywhere we went, there was a version of this dish. Always called something similar, always had beef, always had noodles, but everything else was completely different everywhere we went. Different combinations of vegetables, different combinations of sauces. So there's no wrong way to make this. Come up with your own flavorings. If you don't like chili garlic sauce, don't put chili garlic sauce in. Put something else in. You don't like edamame, you don't like asparagus, put in broccoli. Do whatever you want. This is a simple, easy meal. Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again soon.